Welcome back to the channel. Elliott Productions here, and today I'm finally sharing with you all my haul from the 2025 National Sports Card Show in Chicago. It was an absolute awesome time. If you guys missed it, just the other day I uploaded kind of like a little kind of vlog footage, and we also had a Parkhurst Champions hobby box rip as well at the upper deck booth. Just had a great time at the National. I was there for 3 days. Wanted to share with you guys, some footage I took and everything there. But now we're finally here with my haul from the National, and we spent a good bit of money, but we also sold some stuff and made a good bit of money back as well. But got a really nice haul here of some cards for my PC, a couple like little investment pieces and stuff as well too. But the first thing you guys see in front is this cool kind of big card here from Upper Deck. Chance, my mascot for my Vegas Golden Knights, was actually at the Upper Deck booth. And it was the perfect day. I was wearing my Golden Knights shirt and my Golden Knights hat, and he saw me, came over, gave me a big hug, got a little photo with him, which is actually the thumbnail on my kind of like National 2 weeks later vlog, and gave me this cool card, signed it and everything, #1. So really cool card there from Chance. Just kind of a nice little piece addition into the haul. We'll kind of prop up here in the background as we kind of get going, showing off everything else we picked up. But as you guys know, primarily like hockey is the main thing on this channel. I did pick up one card that is non-hockey, and that was a Hulk Hogan 1985 Topps WWF PSA 8. So I'd actually had the opportunity to get a PSA 9 Hogan for about $500 about 3 weeks before he passed away, and I didn't at the time. Looking back, I wish I did, because that card over doubled. And after that, I was, going into the National knowing that there were 3 cards I was gung-ho on trying to get. This was one of them. Unfortunately, had to go down to an 8 for half the cost, around like $250 for this one. It's valued around like $200 right now and everything, but just to have one. I grew up, watching Hogan's Knows Best, watching, some of, the later in his career, but like early 2000s WrestleMania, Hollywood Hulk Hogan. So, grew up with that a lot. Absolute icon and a legend, and nice to have that card sort of in my collection. And we'll put that off to the side. But going forward, though, the rest of this is all hockey. So let's start off. We'll kind of go alphabetical by team-ish. I'll probably throw in actually this one a little bit earlier. But I grew up in Arizona, so I have some love for the Arizona Coyotes. Shane Doan, picked up a card of his from O-Pee-Chee Platinum, and also from O-Pee-Chee Platinum, Derek Stepan, towards kind of one of the last few good years of the Coyotes. That was actually when they made the playoffs and got like swept up by the Avalanche, I think it was. But both these cards out of $199. This one's kind of got a cool like snow ice to it kind of a thing, and then this one kind of like a red sort of prism there. So both obviously different years, of course. This one was 17-18, yeah, 17-18, and then 14-15. I don't own any Doan or Stepan, and also too, just cool Coyotes cards to kind of add into my collection, so happy with that. And then we picked up 2 autos. We got a nice Dylan Guenther here in that kind of that Kachina, jersey. This is from the Premier of Rookies. Beautiful auto signature. Probably one of my favorite signatures and across like all of hockey is Dylan Guenther. I absolutely love the way that he signs. I think he signs very cleanly. So big fan of his signature. Able to pick this one up too. Kind of a nice one with sort of the red design. There was kind of like a blank print, like white one, and obviously like this red one. There's a numbered one, I think, out of like 100 or like 149 or 99. There's a few of these from the Premier's Rookies, but we were able to pick up that one for I think like $25. And then we got the Future Watch Barrett Hayton. This is number 658 of 999. Barrett Hayton, one of rookies of years past. I absolutely, loved seeing, come up. Obviously, winning the gold at the World Juniors was exciting as well. But nice to kind of get a card of his here, of course, back with the Coyotes and everything like that. So kind of a nice little representative. Obviously, both of them playing for Utah now. But like I said, grew up in Arizona, so I love the Coyotes. Definitely miss them having a team. But, when desert hockey came to Vegas, my dad and I got absolutely obsessed, and everything went from there. But sticking with kind of the Arizona theme, being from Arizona, Matthew Nyes, I picked up his Young Guns. I'm actually going to be sending this off to PSA. As you guys can see, this card is very sharp. Kind of just trying to show it off here in the lighting and everything. I'm hoping for a 10. I got this out of a value bin, I think. So yeah, to find a very sharp, like all around corners, edges, this card looks beautiful. So we're going to give it a shot, send it off to PSA. We're hoping for a 10. I mean, hey, even if it comes back a 9, I'm definitely, still pretty happy with that. But obviously from Arizona as well as Matthew Nyes. We'll go a little bit different, or actually we'll stick with the Arizona right now. We'll stick with Brady Tkachuk. Fun fact, he and I were born in the same hospital. So we got Brady Tkachuk's Young Guns here. We're also going to be doing the same thing. That's why it's also in the semi-rigid here. We're sending off Brady Tkachuk's Young Guns to PSA. This is a very sharp card as well, too. So, again, hoping to get lucky with a 10. We'll have to see how lucky we get. Obviously, a 9 would definitely still be nice. I think I paid $20 for this card, maybe 25. So even if it comes back a 9, we're pretty much still kind of in the same value of what's in, what it's worth, kind of a thing there. And then I also was able to get this in a trade. I had some basketball cards, and I'm not a big basketball guy, so I was looking to move some stuff. I brought some stuff to the National to sell and then buy, and like trade and everything like that. But I was able to trade some basketball for this and another card. Gave up like 5 like autoed cards. I had one was like a Zach Edey, but it was only like a $15-$20 card, like Obi Toppin, also like a $15-$20 card. Nothing too crazy, but got this nice Tkachuk Trilogy Generations. It's number 9 of 10 on there, which is really nice. Sticker auto, unfortunately, but still a really cool card. Nice to kind of have a very poppy kind of Brady in the collection. So very pleased with that there. And we'll stick with the Senators right now too. One of the other graded cards I picked up was Tim Stützle's Young Guns, graded a PSA Gen Mint 10, which I find kind of interesting because technically this is off center, or it's raised. It's technically raised a little bit, and that is because we'll go right here to the name, if we can kind of get it in the focus there. His what is that called? Like the Amstrad or whatever above the U blends in with that silver. It's actually supposed to be more centered down here, so I think the whole print is actually supposed to be a little bit further down on this card. Sorry about the focus there, trying to get that back. There we go. So kind of an interesting thing there, but it came out as a Gem Mint 10. Got it for $60, I think is what we paid for this one. He's usually valued around like 75 to 90. He fluctuates like every week. So, he's around that range. We saved a little bit of money on this one, so very happy with that. Again, one of my favorite rookies, of previous years. Obviously love watching, the player he's becoming now. And same thing kind of goes for these next two. I picked up this one not really to grade, but just to kind of have one in my collection. I really liked Kyler Yamamoto when he came into the league. I don't think this card's really perfect enough to kind of get graded. I think there is a little soft edge nick up over there, and I think there was something on the back too with this card, but I got this out of a value bin for $1, so $1 for a Yamamoto Young Guns card, kind of a cool one there. And then another card I got for super cheap, because unfortunately his career has not panned out the way I wish it would have, is Jesse Puljujarvi. I absolutely love Puljujarvi. He's outside of being a Vegas Golden Knights fan, growing up with the Coyotes and everything like that in Arizona. Obviously loving my guys, from Arizona, whether that's Austin Matthews, Brady Tkachuk, Matthew Nyes, Tage Thompson, whatever it might be. This is one of my favorite hockey players ever. I don't know what it is, something about Jesse Puljujarvi. I just love his attitude. I just love the way that he is out there on the ice. He's got a wicked shot. He's quick too. He's massive. He's just an awesome hockey player. And picked up this rookie patch from Exquisite Collection. It is just a event-worn piece of memorabilia, but number 10 of $2.99, literally out of a value bin for, I think I got this card for like $5. Can't complain there. Can't complain there on the Jesse Puljujarvi. Beautiful card. And then now we got a big fat stack of Vegas, baby. Yes, we got a huge fat stack of Vegas. You guys saw there on top. We'll show those first off. I got 2 Pavel Dorofeyev Young Gun cards. Both of these $2 a piece. $2, I'm sending them both off to PSA. I got about 5 cards to send off to PSA, one more which will be showing up next. But these cards look absolutely fantastic for $2 out of a value bin. And I'm going to give it a try. Even if it comes back a 9, that's awesome. But hoping to at least get 110 on Dorofeyev. That is what we're looking for. So obviously after the season he had, it would be amazing to get both these back as 10s, but definitely at least one. Very high on Dorofeyev, and hoping that he continues, to just become an absolute phenomenal goal scorer. And then the next card, I'm actually going to send this one off to PSA, not necessarily looking for a high grade on it or anything. I just think it's a really cool card. I haven't seen this before. When I found it in the value bin, I was like, why not? And that's Keegan Kolesar. This card was also $2, same value bin as the Dorfievs, and it's the clear-cut Young Guns for Keegan Kolesar. So I'm like, hey, why not? We'll send it off to PSA, see what the hell happens with it. I'll take the gamble of, $20 to $25 to see if this card, maybe gets a 10 on it. For me, it's just PC, and it's a cool card to have. And if it hits a 10, that's really awesome. So that is what we're hoping for there. And then we got some smaller in Vegas here. Paul Stastny, very short-lived Golden Knight for us. This card out of 199, number 65 of 199. Just a cool card, though. Cool card nonetheless. Nice to have a little Stastny card with the Golden Knights in the collection. Can't complain about that. Then we have here, this is an on-card auto of my captain, Mark Stone. This is Thrilling Finishes. This is actually pre-captaincy for Mark Stone, which is kind of interesting. What is the year on this one, actually? This is 1920, so right before he became captain. Nonetheless, still just a cool card to get, and slowly working on collecting a lot of Mark Stone cards and everything like that. So nice to pick up one there that I have yet to have. And then we have as well, this is just kind of just another simple on-card auto from Clear Cut. This is a William Karlsson Wild Bill. I actually traded for this card with this dad and his son. They do like Whatnot Breaks. I forget their name right now. But I traded, this is actually like part of like his son's like collection. But I traded him a Nikola Ehlers auto I had, as well as a rookie jersey patch. For somebody, I can't remember exactly who, but I had like basically like a $40 value of the cards, and we swapped it for the Wild Bill. He saw I was a Golden Knights fan and everything like that, and this card he was looking to move, so picked up a nice Ehlers auto I had, and I walked away with my Wild Bill. So very, very pleased with that. Then we also got out of a value bin. This was also like only like a $2 card. Decision for obviously Golden Knights, number 791 of 999. Nice auto. I like his signature a lot. Just, cool card to add into the PC for, Vegas Knights kind of history. And now we're going into kind of the fun stuff. You guys saw I had a bunch of things in one touches. So let's go ahead and go through these ones. The number's going to go down as we go further along. So this is number 27 of 249. So we're starting at 249, and we're only going to get shorter from there, which is exciting. But Caden Korczak, rookie patch auto, a 3-colored patch, a beautiful Korczak signature, I might say. Sometimes he's a little wonky towards like the line in the back here. But this is from the Cup. So obviously a very expensive set. Just as is. What year of the Cup is this one? 22-23. And just a beautiful rookie patch auto. Love the patch on this one. Beautiful signature by Korczak. Very excited to see how he does this upcoming season. Obviously going to get a lot more playing time with Alex Pietrangelo, basically kind of retired at this point. Nicholas Hague, of course, traded. Obviously, we got Jeremy Lauzon in that trade, but of course now we're looking, forward to the future. Zach Whitecloud and Korczak, seeing how they play. We got another Lecision here. This is a very nice one as well, too, from SP Authentic. This is number 25 out of 100. I just loved that sharp number, 25 out of 100. I wish it was jersey match 15, but nonetheless, getting the quarter way to 100 is a very nice number. And another 3-colored patch, beautiful V there, kind of representing that Vegas. I just love the patch, love this card. And again, another good signature by him. He's a little wonkier here though, on like that J bubble. As you can see, he's a little more fluent there. This one, he kind of, had a little like, had a little edging to it or something like that. But nonetheless, very nice card there out of 100. Then this is probably the sickest card I got. Look at the patch on this beauty. Max Pacioretty, and Max Pacioretty has a beautiful patch. I mean, beautiful auto, beautiful patch. Just look at that thing. A beautiful 4-colored, I don't know if that's, 4-colored patch. For a second, I was like, is that silver? No, it's just white. But it's of our, the sword, the shoulder, logo. That is just beautiful. Signature materials from, of course, the Cup, number 38 of 99. Beautiful patch, beautiful card. Very lucky to have this one from 21-22, the Cup. And very, very nice card there. Of course, another short-lived Golden Knight, but nonetheless, that's just probably the best card of his I'll ever own, and probably the only card I kind of want. That patch is just absolutely phenomenal. Then out of 15, we got a fun one here from Premier Triple Patch. Robin Lehner, Dadonov, and Shea Theodore, the teddy bear. Number 11 out of 15. 2 3-colored patches here, as well as kind of like a I don't know, like a, knitting, like mask, like mush patch here from Leonard Dadanoff as well. Short-lived Golden Knight, but a fun one. And of course, Shea Theodore, one of the OG Misfits still around. 11 of 15. Beautiful, again, 3-color patches on this one from Premier. Really like this card a lot. And then finally, we have the Jack Eichel. This is from 2017-18 Leaf Hockey. This is a 1-of-1 print use plate. It is a cyan plate 1-of-1 from the 1992 Leaf Black Gold Auto, autographed by Jack Eichel from the 2017-2018 Leaf Hockey set. Obviously, it's Leaf, it's not Upper Deck, but it's still always super cool to get a 1-of-1. Also, too, to get a printing plate. Obviously, this is Eichel back with the Sabres, but nonetheless, still a very, very cool card to have in. And, to have a 1-of-1 of Eichel. Of course, I want to try and eventually get a Vegas 1-of-1 of Eichel, but this will obviously help with hopefully working towards that, say, in a trade or something like that. But that's it for what I got, except for one last item that is not Golden Knights, and this was the big purchase from the National. I unfortunately fell 1 card short. Like I said, there were 3 cards I was after. I fell 1 short, and well, I got a PSA Gem Mint 10 of Macklin Celebrini. The card, however, I'm short of, I was hoping to get was Matvei Michkov, and I found 2 of them. They were priced at $300 each, and the guy would not budge. I offered $250, put $250 cash on the table for 2 days, and he still just was not going down on it. And I'm sure he took him home because it was Sunday. That was final day, so I'm sure he took him home. But we got a PSA Gem Mint 10 Macklin Celebrini. This was the big purchase. I actually didn't pay as much for this card, as one would, just, straight out right. I traded 2 raw Celebrinis I had. One I actually posted here on YouTube that I pulled. I had pulled a second one that looked definitely a lot better. The other one I had a couple like corner dinks, unfortunately, out of the pack. But I traded both those raws for about like a $200 value on those, and basically about $200 cash to get this card. So I'm in this card, technically, I don't know, like $200 cash, and like I said, those 2 raw Celebrinis that we valued at $200, but nonetheless, beautiful card here. Glad to have it as a Gem Mint 10. And yeah, that was the biggest purchase from the National. But obviously, it was an awesome haul, all things considered, from everything we got here. Some sweet additions, of course, to my Golden Knights growing collection of my PC. Some fun cards to, of course, get graded, hopefully by PSA. And then, obviously, we added some nice, beautiful Gem Mint Young Guns, and of course the Hogan and the nice Chance Auto. But thank y'all so much for watching this one. Be sure to smash the like button if you guys enjoyed. And until next time, guys, I'm Ellie, and I will see you all later. Peace out and goodbye.